Hi guys! So we're using the nice weather to talk about sunblock because
I'm wearing mine.
You're wearing? I am too actually this morning. Which one do you use?
I use the EltaMD tinted, and I also use my Osmosis press powder.
Okay, and which one from EltaMD do you use?
The SPF 41.
I'm using the 46. And actually right now that's because we have an online store, so it's really popular, and that's probably what we're selling the most, right? Sunblock at the moment, EltaMD. And we have so many sunblocked, I guess, in the boutique, in the clinic, and also on the online store. And we get so many requests about like which one is the best one for you and which one should you get and all that. So I thought we would just jump in quickly and go over all the EltaMD for now, because there's so many, and maybe if you guys like this video we could go over the Vivier have some, the Skin Medica, Osmosis, but we'll focus on just EltaMD because I would say that's probably like the most popular one.
Very popular, and they have so many different kinds.
Yes, so it can get a little bit overwhelming which one you should get. So I'll start kind of going over all of them. The first one I'm going to talk is the SPF, the one that's 30, but I just want to kind of explain why I don't really use SPF as my guide, because it's so important that you are using a complete sunblock. And the main reason for that is because a physical sunblock, meaning that it's a mineral that kind of block the rays, it's 100% coverage, because SPF have been kind of designed more by Health Canada just to make sure you don't get cancer or get burned, which I agree it's okay, but most of our client cares about fine line, wrinkle, age spot, right? And just your typical SPF will not, I mean, it's definitely helping, it's not what I mean, but when it comes to treatment, laser treatment, or just like, you know, aging process, definitely you want like a complete sunblock. That means that you need to have a mineral, a physical block. And when you're using ingredient like zinc oxide, titanium dioxide, it sits at the surface of your skin, and all the UVs and rays just bounce back, versus like the chemical one that there's an absorption in your skin, from your skin. Yeah. So the first one I'm going to talk about, I don't have it with me, but it's the Facial 30. Okay. It's
pretty popular lately.
It's more popular, and the main reason why you would like to get that one, I would say if you're really, really dry and mostly like aging, or let's say maybe after a procedure.
Right, yes, yeah.
Okay, so that would be your go-to. The percentage of zinc oxide is a little less than 8%, so meaning that it's not really my go-to for most people. But yeah, if you're just like extremely dry and looking for something that will kind of hydrates you, definitely my go-to. You can use it every day, and it's good for 2 hours, but I would kind of have something else, more like a sport one, that would be if you're sweating or doing exercise. So for a good one, if you're not outside a whole lot, I think it's a great option, but not my ultimate favorite for most people.
And you mentioned the 2 hour thing. That's a question that we get a lot, is like, well, it says SPF whatever, that means I can go for longer without reapplying. That's not true.
It's not true at all. Like, it's every sunblock should be reapplied every 2 hours. And if you go if your sunblock is water resistant, because the term waterproof is not acceptable anymore in Canada, so it's water resistant, and the longest I ever found and the best one was definitely the sports one from EltaMD, and it's still a maximum of 80 minutes.
Yeah, that's surprising.
Yeah, so that's why. So make sure that you, if in the dry, that you always reapply every 2 hours. And it should be, sunblock should be applied 15 minutes prior to sun exposure.
Right, so it has time to do its job.
Exactly. So just take that in consideration. So if you're looking for something that maybe because the Facial 30 don't have tinted, so if you like tinted but you're still on maybe the dry side, but maybe not as dry as the one that I just mentioned, but you're looking for something that would be more hydrating, plumping, good for fine line, wrinkle, and you're looking for tinted, the SPF 40 from EltaMD is a really, really good option. They also have the one that's untinted, so depending which one you prefer. If you're looking for coverage though, I still don't think that EltaMD is like a super good coverage. Right. I still think that the mineral press powder on top of it from
is
Osmosis
a game changer.
Give you a real coverage. But yeah, maybe if you're really like a darker skin type, like maybe go with tinted, even if you're like, oh my, that's so much lighter than my skin. I get it, but it's just to kind of help the buildup. But both of them don't leave like a white residue whatsoever. But this one have your zinc oxide at 9%. It have hyaluronic acid in it. It have your vitamin E, which is great. So it's a good antioxidant. And there's one that have vitamin C, but it's not this one. So yeah, so just a good antioxidant, hydrating, moisturizing. But even if you're oily, it would still work.
Right.
So I wouldn't say like super oily, but you know, that could be an option. And they have tinted or not. So does that make sense?
Yes, it definitely does.
Yeah, it's normal, combo, and post procedure.
I'm gonna try that one next.
Yeah, so that would be good for most normal people, where the other one, the facial was super dry.
Yeah.
Okay, so in that direction, it brings me to the 45. So see how the first one was dry, this one was normal, and then this one here would be for your oily skin.
Right.
So it's I like it because because most people, when they have an oily skin, I found like as soon as you like sweat a little bit, it start like moving around. So that's why the 45 is definitely a good option if you're more oily. In terms of ingredient, it's still a complete physical sunblock. You have the zinc oxide at 9%, and it have your vitamin E also. But it doesn't have any oil in it, where the 30, the first one I talked about, have oil.
Right, okay.
So sometimes it's kind of good to know, right?
Yeah. And read the ingredients. A lot
Yes.
of people just don't do that. They're like, okay, I'm going to go for pretty packaging. But
Yeah, go for read the ingredient or call Ashley for a
yeah,
consultation.
just call me. I'll read the ingredients for you.
Yeah, exactly. So the next one is actually, I would say that the most popular one is the 41 that I'm about to talk about, but I'm going to jump to probably our second bestseller, is the UV Clear from EltaMD SPF 46. And they have a tinted version. It's the one that I personally use, and they have the clear version also. Again, it all depends on your skin type. I would say like 4 and under, you can go with the clear, and if you're darker skin type, go with tinted. But both works for me. I'm a super acne prone person. Tendency to be oily, but not super oily. And I have a lot of hyperpigmentation from starring. So this one I've been really designed for people that have hyperpigmentation caused by acne or even rosacea. Okay, so it doesn't really matter your skin type, oily or dry. This one will work for you. I like it because I'm gonna show it to you. This is actually mine. You'll see like the color, and you'll see how well it absorbs in the skin. Like
super soft.
Super soft. It doesn't leave any residue, so I really like it. Yeah, it doesn't get sticky, and I find I can still apply my makeup on top of it, and it works well. So the main ingredient in this one is you have your zinc oxide at 9% complete coverage, but it also have vitamin B3 niacinamide. I am getting better at pronouncing it. So that's a brightening ingredient, and it have a little bit of lactic acid. Did you know that?
Oh, I did.
So lactic acid in this will actually help. So if you have like clogged pores, and kind of remove, so it's not like it's a chemical exfoliant, but it's a really light one. So
super good for acne prone people.
Super good, yeah. And so so I would not suggest it for someone that's extremely sensitive or super dry. But if you have rosacea, acne, sensitive skin in general, I really like it. Yeah.
And people that love this will order it in like 3-4 at a time.
Yes,
Like
they do.
Are obsessed.
Yeah, that's one that you buy a bunch of them.
Yeah.
So I like it. And then that brings me to the water resistant sunblock. Okay, so when it comes to EltaMD, the best one is definitely the UV Sport. It's SPF 50. It have zinc oxide. It have octinoxate. And oh my god, like I'm sorry, those are names that I can't even, my French is kicking in there and I can't even pronounce those two, but meaning
oxinotate,
oxinotate,
oxinotate and oxinosaltate.
So those two ingredients, thanks to Ashley,
I have to admit, I don't know what those do.
Oh,
what are they?
Yeah, so they make it still it improve the resistance of the sunblock, so it will last longer.
So that's the water resistant
Yeah,
part.
the water resistant part, and it also it helped the product kind of spread better because the zinc oxide, especially when you're looking for a body sunblock, it's sticky and it's white. So those two ingredients are there to help that, and they do have like sun coverage, but like by themselves they're not enough. But combined with zinc oxide, it's really good, and it's not linked to cancer, which other ingredient that you would get for like your ombrelle or banana boat there, in high quantity have been kind of, you know, oxymoxone and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So those are all ingredients that kind of does the same thing, but that's a better quality for that. So it helped the product spread better. And what's also nice to this one, it's perfect for kids. Even if it goes to their eyes,
it's super sensitive.
Yeah, it's really, so the ingredients are all good for the eye area. I mean, don't put them in your eyes, but yeah, so that's kind of what this one does. So perfect for kids or body if you're sweating, swimming, heavy exercise. But like I mentioned, you should every 80 minutes you should kind of get out and put some back. The next one that we have, wrong bottle, but I mean, you probably can't even tell there.
It does look like that.
Yeah, it looked like this one. It's the SPF 41, the physical 41. Yeah. This one, that one is designed for a post-treatment. So meaning after, let's say, a peel or a laser treatment. So it have really soothing ingredient. It would be more, I don't want to say occlusive because it let your skin breathe a little bit, but if you're looking for that healing purposes, definitely the 41. Some people, if you're acne prone, I would definitely not recommend it because there's some dimeticon in it, which is not good for acne prone skin. But if you're really like more like a raw sensitive, like trying to heal, that's a really good one. Even if you're more like you know, dry, all skin type, it's just that if you have tendency to break out, I don't think I would go there. That's the only thing. And it's tinted.
Yeah.
And for people that like it, it's a nice primer before makeup.
Yeah, it is super soft. So the reason why I started was because my skin was super inflamed and super sensitive.
Yeah.
So it was angry. I just needed stuff to calm it down.
Yeah. And what's nice, it's water resistant for 40 minutes. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, that's...
So you don't have the 80 minute from the 50, but you have that. Oh, Benji want to say hi? Want to say
he
hi?
wants to play fetch is what he wants to do.
Oh, yeah, he wants to play. Oh. So I think I talked about them all. Did I miss anything?
I don't think so. We got all the popular ones. I mean, there's a lot of options.
Yeah, the 40, 41, the 46, 45, the 50.
50.
Yeah, I think that's kind of it. Anyway, if you have any question, just feel free to ask. And yeah, if you're not sure which one is good for you, well,
we can choose.
Yeah,
we can choose for you. Just tell me all your worries, all your concerns, and I'll pick the right SPF for you.
So have a good day, and don't forget to use your sunblock because it's super hot outside.
It is really hot. Let's go play fetch.
Bye.
Bye.